instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Mixon. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Another try for Mixon. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Shaun Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. With Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Zappi. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. The Colts add 8-3 now, and they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second and 6. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Damiere Byrd. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Six nothing our score after 1.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Really was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here we go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Burrow will throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's complete to Shepard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape review.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? He's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
He spun right around one defender, but it only winds up gaining about 3, and it's 2nd down.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
11.
And Burrow going to keep it himself. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
On 1, ready?
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
Touchdown! Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. McPherson now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Kevin McPherson
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Zappi looks to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's caught by Galladay. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, a 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Zappi. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Bailey Zappi as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 1 play and they're already just shy of midfield. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Zampi on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
11.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and 1, Burrow. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
11 empty.
They'll give it to Mixon. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football, just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. He'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He's got it. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Zappe to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Zappe. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Zappe. This pass caught. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jelani Woods, 64 yards. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Play fake, and now here's Zappe. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. Zappe looking to throw it on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Zappe to throw on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hines. First and 10, Zappe. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Zappe back to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. Touchdown, Colts! Michael Pittman, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
A handoff, running left, Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
10 more there and another first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Zappe.
And this is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Zappe looking to throw it again.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Here we go.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.